Alright, we are recording! By Tinsley PR for the Irregular Corporation, and that's going to resume. I am using the Framework 16, which that article went live this week. Cool, yay. Yeah, so that's super nice to see that article live. And one thing, I think I mentioned it in a previous part, I had reached out with some questions to Framework support, in between my I really wanted to bump the resolution so it's not so small on the screen, but I don't know which of these are 16 by 9, and I didn't feel like pulling out a calculator to do the math. Now, I get that it's a 2560 by 1600 screen, I get that, but why do we not have 2560 by 1440? I don't know why that isn't on the list. Yeah. Anyway. I do not know what's up with the audio there. I really don't. I'm just gonna go with that. That's something to do with the game. Oh, hey, that actually finished. Anyway, so what else? What else can I say concerning the laptop? I am still happy with it. Battery life is kind of weird to figure out, but that might just be a Windows thing. It's like it'll predict different, like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, this will go 10 hours. And then it's like, no, it'll only go 8. And sometimes it's like, it's the same workload as the 10-hour one. Yeah, you only have 3. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, I'm comfortable just blaming that on Windows, though. Ugly apparel. Okay, well, manage. Everybody let's get to summer. They can figure out the caps themselves. Let's. How many do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. But no, yeah, the thing last week that I talked about with the number pad, how they changed what numlock does, and it's like that. There's just no excuse for that, in my opinion. That there's also no reason to ever do that. So, yeah, I am most displeased with that. Wait, I don't want to live here. Yeah, 4 stairs. I might be needing to expand this. No, I got plenty of them, actually. Still, expanding it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was hitting R. Yeah. There. Just get that stuff over there. What was it I was moving towards? Might be a terrible idea, but still, let's do it. No, what's this one? Like to help carrying. Sure. Simple moves. I'll hand. Everyone should have paid. I should not have that many irons. But there. Oh wait, I can. Well, okay, it'll be fine. Because I can do something like that. I legitimately have no idea what I want to do. I shouldn't need any of that. You know what? Yeah, let's. I don't want to drop the hatch. those might be ones we use. Although I think they might, but yeah, we can do this. And we'll just see what happens. Yeah, that's like, I just need to slaughter something. They have plenty of babies in this, so no, we'll do domestic. Buster the sheep is fuel. I only have one sheep though. Everything else is goats. That are mature, maybe firstly. I want to be able to do that. Because also I want them sorted. Actually, a lot of females. I expect that. Those can stay there. Well, wait, no, I don't have. All the dogs should actually be domesticated. So that way they're not locked up. Or they don't even expect to be, I should say. And I also will say, you should be able to slaughter your animals with something like that. And go over the stage. And dog has died. Okay. That will get them food. And I kind of think I can't even put a dog in there. You got it. And it's like that will actually be eaten. I don't want that. Come on. I want to try putting down ground here. Oh, here. It can just be sticks. Or a bricker. Oh wow, it'll actually try to go under all of it? I didn't realize that. Alright. I was thinking it would just be like inside of soup, in which case then I want to make this nicer. Yeah, let's actually do it that way. I know it doesn't exactly match, but it's like this is the outdoor portion, so I kind of like that idea. But it's also, I can just destroy it later. Replace it. Oh, good dog. And the polecat has died. Again, I'm guessing they were just hungry. Which is why, like, you know, some means of automating the slaughter of animals, which it would be part of animal husbandry, by the way. That's exactly a thing that you would be doing here. But it isn't there. I'm sorry, it's just, that's part of how things work for me, is that I do consider, okay, we have this, but how would it actually work? What about all these other things here? So it's helpful for some things, it really is. Like when I'm writing stories and such, it's nice to be able to rely on that. It makes it annoying when you've got a situation like this where it's, you know, this should really work this way. Why is it not working this way? Okay. I was just wondering if there were like any here that would be something I could try, like cattle that I could try. Try getting pheasant. Really? Oh, it's because it's so young. Okay. You know what? Well, yeah, okay. I said, why not? Why not? I think it would be able to go in here. Or not, because it actually is not good. I think what I have is a goat. Well, it is a male. Let me actually check. Animal. Oh wait, no, sorry, sheep. That is a male. Male. So second male would help. I don't recall having any pine. Oh, I gotta sell stuff for that too. Well, so much deer. Didn't really think that would get me much. Still wanted to try. But there, I'll get a sheep. can I get the... Would it... How old is it? 2 days? Yeah, you know what? I will actually try to get that. Oh, and I got... There. You know what? I don't need the booze, so... There. And I don't... Field maple, oak, apple, birch. Yeah, I didn't have time. Holy crap. Look at all this stuff. I do want to try getting more clay. God, I paused. You know what, for now, I'm going to pause this. These are already paused. Pay attention. And you say, hey, I worked at Rooster Teeth, that would have potential. It's kind of like the writing. Still. Writing. I can do that, because I have the skill set to do that. It's like, I have that, something that'll be out there. it might just be surprising that they've lasted as long, because Rooster Teeth started before YouTube. Okay, they were in before that. So they were novel, and they basically, as long as they continued that, it would work. Okay. I'm sorry, that was like, you didn't snap me over like that. But it is just, to me, with the whole the bloat stuff, it's, well, they being in like in once that happened, then it's like, okay, I will go. And that's kind of the issue with the bloat, I think, is that because there became so many other options for such entertainment, that then why should we keep looking at you? And with the bloat, where it's like, yeah, we're just trying to do these more amazing and impressive things, but it's like, yeah, but we didn't come here for that. We came here for other things. Our habits were set with these things, not with those things. So yeah, I mean, let me. Part of it is also because I started in 2006. I have a YouTube channel where I play video games, but I'm on like a hardcore monitor and use the games characters that I've been using. So you can basically see how the game is physiological. It's like a lot of the head heart rate, and also you can see where I'm looking at the screen. It started in 2016. I'm yet to miss a day of the two schedules I've been doing, which is almost 3 days a week. Yeah, but like I'm yet to miss a day. So true for me as well. It's very possible I'm a terrible writer. I don't know, though, because no one reads stuff and tells me. But it's like, that's just the way that is. I want to pretend I'm fine. So that's... So yeah, it is just in this case. Then let's continue that on till getting to soil, rocky soil. I'll get rid of that. Salt, obviously, soil. Rocky soil. That's a very high priority. That's a female. I've got 2 males now, so that's perfect. Somebody please train her. Yeah, and sorry, I just saw some and that I know about. Yeah, Bar was recently updated. That's causing problems for me, but it's like I know what's going on. A while ago, I made a app in one of my shiny applets that will generate force curve graphs, interactive graphs from Theremin Goat. He's the dude who does mechanical keyboard switch reviews, and he also records the force profiles and puts it up on GitHub. I made something that would go through and make these applets from that. It's great. One problem though is it and I automated it, but with GitHub Actions to make the applet new every time it needs to be. The problem though is that when R gets updated, not everything gets updated at the same time, it seems, with those GitHub Actions. So for right now, it doesn't work. By that compiling, I don't feel like just doing it on my desktop or on the laptop. I could do it here as well. It's just because we're talking about like over a gig. Actually, I think it's more like a gig and a half to 2 gig. And it's like, nah, I just don't want to deal with it. It'll fix. It does resolve itself eventually. That's every time this has come before. That's exactly what I need to do. Is just wait. Keep trying, but wait. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to mention. I kind of want to go back to talking about Rooster Teeth a little bit. Yeah, nothing really coming to mind, except, I mean, it's also, I mean, when you think about it, for what, this is another thing with the whole them being bloated, and I was saying that they're bloated, is that, going back to my channel, that one channel where I've been doing that since 2006, and, 2016 and all that, never missing a schedule. I'm one guy, and for the most part, I was doing that on one computer. I now technically use 2 computers processing on the desktop. I'm still just one dude. Sweet. So wait, it came in. I don't quite understand this. It just someone was able to just grab it and pull it in here. Kind of, but still. Okay, I'm gonna do this because I don't quite remember if they're pets. If that means they will breed. They should, but it's still. It might be better if I just like leave them as they are there. Let's. I should be stopping. I do know that. Let's just. Yeah, I'm not dealing with the sheep. Yeah, let's slaughter the deer. Those two should be fine. And I should certainly have enough deer. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. Holy crap. Those were the only two males. Okay, then let's get rid of the oldest female deer. And let's also knock out some chickens. But preferably the older. I'm just assuming that they are less valuable. Okay. Alright. So that should be enough. And yeah, we can actually stop. Yeah, 45 minutes. Yeah, I do just kind of, because I know I was rambling a little bit. I do just kind of want to come back to that point that it is like to me the main thing with Rooster Teeth, what for the longest time was not the Rooster Teeth side; it was the Achievement Hunter side. It was the comparison would be television versus film. In that yes, there's still editing and such, but its television is well. A better way to put it for Rooster Teeth would be scripted versus unscripted. I found the unscripted was more so what I looked to, but it's also the thing that's like for a while, 6 days a week they put out a new video. It's like when they broke that habit, that's when I broke my habit and stopped watching. So, but it is just as I was saying, I do 3 videos a week. Been doing that for years. I'm one dude. There are plenty of people that do live streaming every day. So that's way more video content than I'm putting out. And that's also going to be potentially more content than they were putting out. At least, I mean, I never really watched their live streams. It didn't help that they did things like trying to no longer be on YouTube and started to do their own things and then making things locked behind stuff. And it's like, I mean, I get the whole, okay, you want to host it yourself. I can understand that. You want to control that stuff. No, I get that. And also that way, because they would play, I know at least at one point they tried some adult-only games. And it's like, host that locally, have censored versions on YouTube. I get that. I can understand that. But it still is, they started trying to like compete with YouTube instead of like complementing it. But I think that always the majority of their viewers were on YouTube. So you have to do what you have to do there. And it's, I think in part of the messaging, they're basically saying that, yeah, we're not making enough money to be sustainable. It's like, okay, well, there are other people that are managing this, so you probably need to cut back, the bloat, as I was saying. So that's something that hopefully, well, those who decide to just strike out on their own, they're going to be running into that. And probably because they might be just 1, 2, maybe 3 people doing it, that bloat won't be there and they will succeed. I hope they do. I wish them all luck. But it's just, they were trying to compete with something that is so much more streamlined, so much simpler. I mean, it's like, except for the fact that channel I was talking about that I do with the heart rate overlay and the gaze tracker. Gaze tracker is now really designed to work with a laptop. The heart rate overlay, in theory, if I could get the software again, I don't want to just copy the files. And I think I do have an installer somewhere. But in theory, if I put that on the laptop, I could do it on that. I could do it on a laptop. I could do it anywhere then, right? Because it's got the microphone. It has good enough gaming hardware. It has good enough It has built-in encoders. I'm actually been using X264, the software encoder, instead of a hardware encoder for this video. It's like, this has everything I need. Okay? Well, the potential to do it. I mean, and I could. If I want to start doing Let's Play Pluses and such again, that I can do completely on this. And it's, yeah, I don't edit, but it's still, there's a lot I can do here. How do you compete with me? Not to say that I'm successful, but I'm just saying that on paper, we're in competition, my costs are minimal compared to yours. So even though I'm not making any money, I'm also not really losing anything. It's just time. You're spending so much money, so you need so much. Well, if you're not making enough, you need to cut back somehow. And yeah, it's just, it is, it's a democratization of some of this stuff where everyone is able to do that. And if you can't figure out how to continue your success or properly compete, what's going to happen? You're gonna fail ultimately. And it is just, I mean, there's a lot of examples of that where places try to pull the ladder up behind them. That certainly happens in America, where like, oh crap, I'm trying to think what's a good example, good recent example. Well, that kind of is. Google cheating with Chrome. Well, I mean, yeah, Google cheats in general. Google's not a good company. They're very powerful, but it's like, I mean, they are part of the groups that determine standards for the web, but then they ignore those same standards. And it's also like when Edge came out, the original version of Edge from Microsoft, it was actually better. It was more efficient at playing YouTube videos than Chrome was. So Google cheated by putting an overlay over all YouTube videos that was completely transparent, so it doesn't impact playback for the user at all. But that overlay forced Edge not to use its super efficient acceleration. So they just cheated. And it's like, that's the whole, they didn't want to compete. They wanted to pull the ladder up behind them. There's also things like, I don't remember what it is, but some of the stuff concerning like regulations for social media that Facebook, Google, and such, they'll be behind. And Twitter, this was a while ago. I don't think it's come up recently, at least this kind of stuff. What they were advocating for, that's, yes, we're good with doing this, we're happy to do this, with things where it's like, yeah, it's going to cost them potentially millions. Well, maybe not, because they also have enough employees that it's like they could just do it as it is. But it's like, yeah, it would cost them a significant amount of money to basically do this extra level of content moderation. The thing is, why? Well, it's like, why would they do that? Because it's going to cost them money. Because it also means no one else can start. They can't be a new Facebook to compete with them, because you need tens of millions of dollars to get started. So it's like there are efforts to prevent things from starting up, but when it comes to videos on YouTube, nope, not the case. Anyone can do that. So you need to be able to adapt to that, and that's Rooster Teeth. I can believe just they suffered from that. Another old site that actually like goes back to the time of Rooster Teeth, like early day Rooster Teeth, was GameTrailers.com. That's where you could go and find game trailers for everything. They collected all that stuff there, and that's where they would put them. But then YouTube started, and companies could just put it up there, and so game trailers fell away. Same kind of thing. I don't know if anyone really cried about that. Game trailers falling. I mean, one thing that sucked was that at game trailers you could find. They also did their own reviews, but they and I have no idea what happened to some of that. But you could also like reliably download the videos. YouTube isn't really meant for that. What else? There was something else I wanted to mention concerning that. I just can't think of it at the moment. But it's just is what it is. So yeah, that's really all I got. It's just, it is what it is. As I said, I'm sure that those that have the skill, have the talent, have the experience, they'll be fine. They will be able to do it on their own, or be able to go plenty of places that want those same skills. So yeah, it's just, you gotta keep it lean. Even a company like Facebook, though, and like Google, and also Twitter demonstrated this. cut back. And it's like, find out if there is bloat and get rid of it. Lean is more efficient, and it will let you do more. And it is just, if you then end up having a competitor, if something does arise that does compete with you and you're bloated, you are at such a disadvantage. So you got to be lean if you want to survive. Rooster Teeth, I think, has figured that out now, and hopefully enough of the people that work there have figured out such that going forward, whatever their new ventures are, they won't fall into the same traps, same problems. Anyway, that's, I believe that is in fact it. So I will stop this. I am curious to see what the file size will be. Hang on just a second. What was? I'm looking at last week's. Oh, I went for an hour 10. Okay. I'm just curious how much smaller this might be using X264 instead of the AMD H264 encoder. Or was I using? I might have been using H265. I don't remember now. But yeah, so we'll just see. That will be interesting. And that's just, me being curious. Those videos I mentioned that are good, I have been, since the beginning, I actually track how large the original files were. Actually, no, maybe not all of them, but for a lot of them, I was tracking what the original file sizes were. And because I then re-encode them for archiving, where it's just like, throw bits at it when I'm recording. Okay, now I'm going to let it reprocess and make it smaller. And I actually record the difference there to see what that is. It is data that no one cares about but me, but I do find it interesting. Anyway, I'll see you next time.